Think your job is tough? Try making daily YouTube videos for almost 5 straight years to literally no one. How Mr. Beast turned failure into online fame reveals a lesson we can all use. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at the origin story of one of YouTube's biggest stars and philanthropists, Mr. Beast, aka Jimmy Donaldson. We're sure all of you have probably seen or heard of Mr. Beast at some point. He's that crazy YouTube guy who does those insane stunts and giveaways like counting to 100,000 or tipping waiters $10,000 as a tip. But behind this larger-than-life internet personality is a pretty humble origin story. From making videos in his small North Carolina hometown to struggling to get even a few views, Mr. Beast worked his way up from the bottom. In this video, we'll explore those early years on YouTube when success seemed uncertain for young Jimmy Donaldson. We'll see how he experimented with different video styles until he finally struck gold, and how his passion for creating extreme content and helping others drove him to slowly but surely build the Mr. Beast empire we know today. So whether you're a longtime fan or just curious about his background, grab some snacks and get comfy as we dive into the story of Mr. Beast's humble origin. Early YouTube grind 2012 to 2016. Our Mr. Beast origin quest kicks off back around 2012, when Jimmy was just an ordinary 13-year-old kid, bored after school in his quiet hometown of Greenville, North Carolina. Way before the fancy mansions and million-dollar videos, he was just goofing around on his computer like any middle schooler. One fateful day, he decided to try his hand at making YouTube videos after discovering channels like PewDiePie and Markiplier. So in February 2012, young Jimmy created a channel called Mr. Beast 6000 and started uploading his first crudely edited gaming videos. We know not exactly the most creative name choice for a bright-eyed 13-year-old YouTube hopeful, but hey, let's cut him some slack here. He was just figuring things out, and at least he branded himself effectively before fame hit. Now those very first videos on the fledgling Mr. Beast channel were, well, pretty bad. We're talking noob Minecraft Let's Plays and silly commentary while getting spooked by Slenderman. Definitely not the high-budget stunts you see today. For that entire first year or so, he grinded away making those gaming and reaction-style videos for his very tiny audience of friends from school. And when we say tiny audience, we mean videos averaging literally single-digit views if he was lucky. So while young Jimmy was certainly having fun goofing around with his camera after school, getting rich or famous from YouTube fame definitely wasn't looking promising. Most 13-year-olds would probably quit by video number 10. But slowly he started branching out from just gaming videos over the next few years. He began testing the waters with the kind of extreme, almost absurdist stunts and challenges that would later become his brand. We're talking wild concepts like reading the dictionary cover to cover, counting to 20,000, and even at times he just filmed himself watching literal paint dry for over an hour. Hey, when you're just starting out and desperate for video ideas, you get pretty creative. Now, despite pouring his free time into making 3 to 4 videos a week, Jimmy still struggled badly to build an audience for years. By 2014, Mr. Beast 6000 had racked up less than 700 subscribers. For most creative hopefuls, that much failure and lack of interest might extinguish the fire. But somehow, Jimmy persisted week after week while the view counts taunted him. Turns out that dedication and resilience really does pay off down the road after all. The first glimmer of light came in 2016 when he revisited those insane endurance challenges and counting videos. And that pivot would soon take his channel into an unbelievable new stratosphere. Philanthropic breakthrough, 2017 to 2018. Alright, let's fast forward to 2017 when Mr. Beast was still under 250,000 subscribers, but making strides. That year, he would drop 2 pivotal videos that finally brought the first big wave of viewers. The first viral concept he pioneered was reaction-style videos where Jimmy watched smaller channels' terrible YouTube intros. He'd roast them in good fun under the title Worst Intros. Turns out people absolutely loved seeing this nobody kid react to and amplify unknown creators, and it exposed the Mr. Beast name to tens of thousands of viewers. Still just a blip by today's standards, but a major step for him back then. But it was his infamous I counted to 100,000 endurance marathon that truly started to bring in millions of views. For an absolutely staggering 44 hours straight, he sat there on camera counting each number from 1 to 100,000. No breaks. We still can't comprehend how he made it through without literally dying. Apparently, YouTube gods were finally pleased by Jimmy's unrelenting persistence, though, because that single video took off like a Saturn V rocket almost overnight. All of a sudden, Mr. Beast realized these intense extended challenges and stunts paired with his goofy on-camera charisma were a winning combo. The key to turning this YouTube side hobby into a potential full-time career was right there all along. In 2018, he shifted gears hard and truly embraced the over-the-top, budget-straining spectacle video style. Videos titled "Reading Entire Dictionary in 15 Hours" transformed into "Trapped Inside Tiny Floating Box for 24 Hours" and "Can 10,000 Magnets Catch a Bullet?" Instead of just watching grass grow outside, now Jimmy was filling backyard pools with fluffy foam, building the world's largest Lego maze, and so much more weekday fun you shouldn't try at home. This was also the year when his signature philanthropy approach started to develop, with videos like giving homeless people $1,000. He discovered these charity and Good Samaritan concept videos resonated hugely with his evolving audience, the pivotal revelation that he would soon take to dramatic new heights. But even as views and subs gained more momentum, Jimmy was still operating mostly solo in his parents' house, with just his close friends helping out here and there. Unfortunately, things would take a traumatic turn soon that forced his hand. Skyrocket to fame, 2019 to 2020. Alright, brace yourself, because the next chapter is when MrBeast and Jimmy's world spontaneously caught fire in the best way possible. All those endless grinding years and ultra-ambitious video ideas finally catapulted him into the stratosphere. Remember how we said he ended 2018 with under 5 million subscribers after 6 long years on the platform? Well, in 2019 and 2020 alone, he gained over 60 million more fans. Absolutely astronomical growth by any measure. It seemed like Jimmy finally unlocked the formula to exponential YouTube success all at once. His stunts got bigger, his philanthropy more ambitious, and viewer counts skyrocketed into territory no one had seen before. We're talking next-level viral experiments like real-life Squid Game tournaments with hundreds of players, Willy Wonka chocolate factory recreations, and anything involving obscene amounts of cash prizes up for grabs. Fan favorites included his Last to Leave $1 Million Island and Hide and Seek and $10 Million Mansion series that had up to 200 million views each. The crazy creative vision was clearly resonating now more than ever before. Tragically, though, in early 2019, Jimmy's father passed away unexpectedly after getting injured on the job. As you can imagine, this shook his world tremendously given their close relationship. Losing a parent so young could understandably shatter someone's motivation entirely. But somehow, Jimmy found the inner resilience yet again to push forward harder than ever before in his father's honor. In the year following his dad's passing, MrBeast famously revealed his entire multi-millionaire YouTube revenue on camera and committed to giving away most of it to good causes. Talk about turning grief into positive change for others. And his trademark philanthropy projects exploded in scale at the same time his subscriber count did. We saw epic fundraisers like #TeamTrees raise over $20 million to plant 20 million trees. Content with purpose became a core pillar of the channel. By now, MrBeast had a bona fide empire in the making, not just on YouTube, but about to stretch across the physical world too. In November 2020, he launched MrBeast Burger, a delivery-only virtual restaurant that became a global phenom almost instantly. Those wacky sandwiches he hyped up on YouTube could now arrive right to your front door. Before other internet stars even crossed over into basic merch, Jimmy had successfully stretched his digital brand into an entire restaurant establishment. But little did we know, so much beast domination was yet to come. Recent projects in the future. Alright, let's bring things back to the present day. At just 25 years old, Jimmy has achieved truly astounding feats as MrBeast via YouTube and now a growing business empire. After conquering the internet, what new territories remain for MrBeast to explore? Well, when your brand centers on eccentric ideas and exponential philanthropy, the opportunities kind of feel endless. In 2021, MrBeast finally opened his first physical brick-and-mortar Beast Burger location to complete chaos and hungry crowds. People drove from across the country just to experience the mythical menu from his videos in person. Lines stayed wrapped around the building for 8 hours on opening week. But clearly, Jimmy wasn't satisfied with just dominating YouTube and the restaurant world. He wants to directly tackle real-world problems on a global scale. So to achieve even greater philanthropic impact, Jimmy launched the Beast Philanthropy organization last year. This dedicated charity features campaigns like #TeamSeas, which raised $30 million in 2021 to remove 30 million pounds of trash from oceans and rivers. And the ambition is only continuing to scale up in 2024 and beyond. MrBeast Philanthropy just committed to providing over 10 million meals to American food banks and families in need this year. His YouTube video concepts are also reaching glorious new heights lately as well. Who could ever forget his record-shattering Squid Game series finale featuring 456 players battling in carefully recreated arenas from the show? The prize money topped over $456,000 million by the end, officially making it the largest cash prize in YouTube history. We're talking epic Victorian-era tug-of-wars, musical escape rooms, and so much glorious random chaos. And as of January 2024, he has more than 219 million YouTuber subscribers. Really makes you wonder, what's next for Mr. Beast and the future of his eccentric empire? Where can he possibly take things after dominating YouTube, restaurants, charities, and record-breaking giveaways? Well, if the last decade has taught us anything, it's that the word impossible simply doesn't compute with Jimmy Donaldson. He is the living embodiment of boundless creativity and philanthropy. We honestly wouldn't be surprised if someday there's entire Beast Islands or Mr. Beast airplanes to complement his videos and burgers. Hey, even the sky no longer seems like the limit here. And with that, we wrap up our deep dive into the remarkable decade-long journey it took Mr. Beast to reach legendary status and influence. Hopefully you now have a clearer picture of Jimmy's rise from obscure kid in North Carolina to global icon. We witnessed those early grinded-out years trying desperately to entertain a non-existent audience. All the creative formats attempted and lessons learned on the path towards finally cracking YouTube's code. It's truly an inspirational tale of unrelenting perseverance and belief when you zoom out and view the full timeline. Despite overwhelming odds stacked against him for years, Jimmy powered through long enough until the world finally caught on. And his explosive popularity only amplified his kindness and creative ambition to match. Rather than hoarding wealth and fame like so many others do, Jimmy funneled everything back into positive causes that united millions globally. His vortex of compassion, creatively funding good deeds and epic adventures deserves all the views and burgers it earns. We can't wait to see what wacky ideas and philanthropy campaigns Mr. Beast comes up with next. So if you have an idea or dream that seems impossible, just remember where Mr. Beast started out. I love making videos as a kid in rural North Carolina back in 2012 versus the media titan he is today. With enough persistence through failure, creativity despite limited resources, and unconditional kindness, you too can achieve beastly things. Thanks so much for watching, and let us know which other YouTube creator origin stories you want us to cover next.